Hello horse friends and welcome back to the Imperfect Equestrian. This week I'm going to be looking back and doing a review on my riding confidence over last year.
I kinda adore you, but don't get too proud. You're like my favorite snack, I won't say it out loud. I won't say you're perfect, we all know you're not. But hey, you're the best kind of win that I got.
So let's start by going back. It was about a year ago I had a bit of a blip with my riding confidence, and I have had kind of falls in my confidence before, but this was a particularly big one. So let's go back to that moment and see how it was for me. So today I decided we'd have a little ground walk, and I taught you a little bit about some things that have been going on in my head lately. I have lost my confidence again and I need to build it back up, and this is something that happens to me quite regularly on a loop, and there's no real reason for it. It just comes and goes, and I think this time what happened was I just had a little bit of a gap from the riding, and that's all it took to kind of knock my confidence. And I don't know what demons or imaginations I have in my head to think that getting back on is going to be a problem. Confidence is a really difficult thing to deal with. Like I said, it can just go out of nowhere at all. You never quite know when it's going to strike, and when it hits, you miss the feeling of confidence. And I just want to be able to feel happy to get on and ride, and it's not JJ and it's not Comanche, it's completely in my head. In fact, if anything, they're really good horses because of the fact that I keep going back to groundwork all the time because I get too nervous about the riding. When I'm down in such a depressive place with my confidence, I start brainstorming and trying to come up with as many ideas as I can to fix the situation. But you'll notice that not one of those ideas has actually anything to do with riding at all. Should I even have horses at all? Or I get thoughts like, maybe I should just sell JJ and get a cob. Would it be a good idea to take a year off and breed her and come back to it again later? Should I put her out on loan for a bit? It's really good for your confidence and your horse's confidence, as I've said a million times, to be working on the ground together. It gives you a chance to build a relationship, get to know each other, and re-establish some boundaries. So I have to stop and question time and time again, what do I want from our relationship? And I want to bond, obviously, but I don't want to be just a ground person. I do want to ride as well. So I have to keep fighting to head towards those goals. It's very difficult. I think my dream in my head would be to just be able to go out, tack up and hack anywhere. And it's not that that dream can't be a reality now. It probably can, because JJ is actually really good with heavy traffic. I've ridden her through a busy village, and apart from one tractor that sped past her once, we've not particularly had anything big go past her. She'll stand literally right by tractors and trailers in tiny little lay-bys as they go past. So she's pretty good with traffic. Obviously, if we haven't been out for a while, she's a bit more lively, but that's really down to me and not getting in those hours that we talked about earlier. But that's really what I'd like from JJ and myself, obviously as a combined relationship, is to be able to go out and explore the world, occasionally go and have some sort of lesson, maybe do some fun mini competitions, although I'm not a competition person at all really. But that's what I would like for us. And I think that's why I keep having those thoughts of, is it right to do this with JJ? Is she the right horse for this? Because although her age, because I'm not putting in the hours, even though she's good, I'd consider her very green, if you know what I mean, very green. And I need to put in the hours to make her better. And it's my confidence that keeps stopping that. So it's difficult. So after my initial outpour of emotion and feelings and ideas about my confidence and the situation I was in, I decided to take some action, and I began that with a road walk and taking her out onto the roads where we could meet some traffic, and also just getting away from our own home a little bit more. So this is not going to be another great big long video about my confidence, but I will just give you a little update on how we are. We're out on a walk down some of our local lanes, and I am feeling a bit anxious. She's not doing anything wrong. Occasionally she's like pulling me over for a bit of grass, but that's about it. And we've had about 9 cars pass us, well, vans and cars, and you know, she's not bothered by anything like that at all, so I don't need to worry about that with her. But I don't know why I'm feeling anxious being out, but you know, you have to push yourself slightly out your comfort zone, and at the minute that's just outside my comfort zone, so we're doing good with that. Haven't actually done anything with her since the haircut, so this is our first time out for a little while, so we're doing okay. Got a car coming, so we'll just run out the way a little bit. Thank you. Good girl. It's getting busy now. Hello.
Hiya.
You're right.
Yeah.
Hello, JJ.
Lovely.
Come on. We've had some cars passing, met some people on the way, a couple of people, and yeah, we're off home now. So I'm feeling a little bit less anxious after all those things and heading home. So it's done us all both good to be out. So after doing some ground walks and going out in the traffic, I managed to get myself into a place where I did feel I wanted to attempt to ride. And here you'll see the first ride that I'd had in 3 months. So it's not that I'm feeling particularly brave today, it's more that I need to help JJ out. As you can see, she's got quite a big belly at the moment. So all I can really do to help her is put my brave pants on and get out there and take her for a ride. I'm hoping the roads will stay nice and quiet, so it's just one less thing for me to worry about. Even though she's good with traffic, it's just mentally quite difficult for me. Good girl. And especially whilst I'm in this nervous spell. So apart from when I've been in the group, I've never actually got on from home and just gone. Usually I walk her out first as well, so being extra brave today. Hopefully it's warranted. Do have my little safety handles to make me feel braver. So in myself, I'm feeling quite tense. She's just blown out, so she was feeling a little bit tense too. Hopefully I'll start yawning in a bit as well. Yeah, she's starting to relax, and you can see that we've got a little bit more of a free-flowing walk forward now. Well, we've made it back and we're alive. Yay! So I thought I was building up my confidence, and I managed to get out and do a few little small hacks, and then I had another confidence crush again, and I went back to working on the floor and looking at some alternative ideas. Let's have a look at that moment there. So I don't quite know why I keep getting confident crushes like I do. It's a little bit windy, so do apologise if you can't hear me properly, but it seems to come along mostly if I stop riding for some point, as I've mentioned previously before. And I had been doing a few weeks of groundwork, as I'm doing now. And that's probably maybe the reason why, although that's a silly reason why. Good girl. Trot on. Go. Good girl. So what I don't like is I keep going through cycles of it. So I'll get a bit braver, we'll do a lot more work, and then I'll just get hits like this where it's crippling, to be honest, and not very nice. You just want to keep progressing. I want her to be a good horse. I need to be brave to get her to be a good horse, because she's still very green. A lot of people think she's great, but she is very green, really. You know, we've not done that much, especially not on the schooling wise. So particularly if I'm riding somewhere that's not out on a hack, I'm a bit more nervous of it. I don't know how she's going to react and stuff like that, so that we can see. But I'm currently taking 2 new techniques into consideration. Let me just change her direction. And it's good for JJ to be going around whilst I'm talking as well, because she thinks I'm a bit distracted, which I am. So she might try and get away with a few things, so we have to keep an eye on that at the same time. So previously, what I mostly do for confidence, as I have mentioned sometimes before, is kind of almost like an approach and retreat, where I will say, like, I want to ride it, I'll walk her out to lots of places I want to go. I'll get on and I'll take her up to small rides, so like towards an object or something like that. And just as my confidence increases, I can get to longer distances, better areas, feel like I could get out on a hack, all those kind of things. So I'm gradually introducing it to myself all the time. And years ago, I actually ended up in a situation where I was really scared to ride, and I even had to put a saddle on a fence and sit on the saddle on the fence. And that was kind of my way of building up to, I couldn't even sit on the horse, so I needed to sit on the saddle on the fence first. So, but that's all been like an approach and retreat kind of thing. And it does work for me, but it doesn't stick very well. So we're going to have a look at some more options. And it's you will have heard of it before, probably. It's the tapping technique, where you use affirmations and tapping on acupuncture points to help take away fears, and it's been proven to work. Now, I've actually had this method done to me before, many years ago, for my biggest fear, which is nothing to do with horses or animals or anything like that. And I saw a professional for that technique for several weeks, and had different things over a few years, different techniques over a few years. And so I am familiar with that. So I'm going to be trying the EFT technique. Maybe I'll describe that to you a little bit more in a bit. I haven't got my hands free at the moment. And the other thing I'm going to be doing is I've signed up to a 3-day free course. Again, this person does do a more longer term paid experience if you want it. But I'm just starting with the 3-day free course. The actual place, like the page she's got, it is called Tack Up and Ride With Me. And I believe the lady's name is Sophie Anderson, and she is also on Facebook. And she has a business helping with confidence as well. So I don't know what Sophie's approach and techniques are, but I'm looking forward to starting that course this week. And I believe that she'll be holding a live session between some people who've signed up for it each evening, and that she will also give us some tasks to do. I don't know if they will involve the horses or more techniques a bit like the tapping technique, or I don't know, but I'll be excited to see how that does. So I'm actively at the moment, hold on, just turn around, just looking into some methods. Go on, good girl. She just got confused then. Good girl. Just looking into some methods of how I can actively get a bit better with my riding and a bit braver, because I really want it to be a more permanent fix than me keep repetitively getting nervous and scared, and it's just no fun at all. So I did take part in that free course in the end, and it did look very interesting. So you'll see from the next video that I did join the club, and some of my thoughts of how my confidence is going on the first part of the journey. We've been doing a bit more pushing passenger riding at home, still in the yard, so I'm hoping to move that into the field now. I've also joined the Tack Up and Ride With Me online riding club as well, which we did speak about a little bit the other week. I've actually joined them for a few months at the moment. So I'm doing weekly Pilates classes, and there's like confidence riding sessions that you can listen to and watch online as well. So we're doing some of that, and just taking part in it the best we can, posting up little bits on there when we do a bit of riding to try and get some encouragement, and also show people that we are making some sort of progress. And also there's a lot in there about keeping your dream, about what you want to head towards and things like that. So we're trying to set in place our dreams of what we would like, or I would like to achieve with JJ. I don't know whether she likes to achieve them or not. So I'm slowly getting a bit more confidence back. I've been feeling good about the passenger lessons in the yard, and I'm ready to move that into the field now. So ready to feel like a bit of a bigger area.
as we were coming out on our walk today, every time we walk away from home, she's almost just as nappy as she is when I ride. So I obviously need to do a few more walks to get that sorted again at the moment. I know, darling, all the flies.
So you heard me saying there that I'd been doing some pushing passenger lessons in the yard. So all that was is literally just sitting on JJ, and I wouldn't tell her where to go left and right. I just put my hands on her neck and her mane, push down to keep me secured seat, and then just ask her to go. That was the only thing. It was up to her where she went. So we moved on from that, and just like I said there, I was ready to go into the field. So this next clip is showing you on our first little excursion into the field after that confidence tip that we had a little bit back.
I'm about to take JJ on a micro hack around the track in the field, just to have a safe environment, to have a little ride, feel a bit better. I've been doing a bit of work in the paddocks, but yeah, I'm going to go around the field now. It seems like a little thing, but it's an increase for me, so we'll see how it goes. It's good for me to have some little trips round, get my confidence up a bit, and it's good to practice being in a field instead of out on the road. It's a little bit of a step towards gaining our confidence a bit more. Really proud of you, JJ. Well done. Good girl. Good girl. I'm sure she does feed off me for the nerves a little bit. She's digging straight into her hay there. But yeah, very pleased with how that went. So I've just had a second day of riding around the track. She didn't feel at all spooky today. She did stop and look around at a couple of things, but that was it. And it was really good. I felt really brave, so that was good. I had a little trot. Although we didn't get it on film, I went into the grass school and walked around in there. And I've got to say, I felt brave enough that if I'd been more confident in the surface, because our ground is really, really bumpy, that I would have actually maybe have been brave enough to try a canter today. That's kind of how I was feeling. So big difference in the confidence today. And JJ was really, really good and confident too. So confident together.
So let's have a quick look at some of the experiences that I could have with the Tack Up and Ride with me that did actually help me progress forward with my confidence. So let's have a look at how I get on in one of those now.
Just feel a wave of relaxation flowing from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes. And take another lovely, slow, deep breath in and hold it at the top. And again, as you breathe out, just feel that relaxation flowing all the way through you.
Well, that really helped me relax, and there was a lot of visualization in there with a lot of hidden meaning, and I just know all of that's really going to help my confidence.
I'm about to do an audio lesson with him. Now it's called Lesson on a Hack, and basically we'll be riding along, listening to the instructions on there and trying our best to do what it says. So wish us luck as we go around.
Okay, so again, I'm walking on and I'm going to go forward to halt. I'm going to use my seat and I'm going to halt. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, and walk on. Good boy. That was a better halt. Okay, he really thought about that. His ears were a bit more on me and he had less weight in the rein, so more self-carriage, okay? And I'm going to go over to the right. So I'm just going to put my left leg on, move my hands slightly to the right and expect him to just do a little bit of lateral steps. Good lad. Wow, what a horse.
There is a section available to members that has some lessons and exercises that you can do, and sometimes they also have guest instructors in to give you some good information as well.
So here's your diagram. This is a 20-metre circle in trot and a 5 or a 10-metre circle in walk. So this exercise is great for suppleness and core engagement. So here we've got Buffy on the left rein. Okay, and we're trotting our 20-metre circle, and then we're going to go back to walk before we start the smaller circle, and then complete a 5-metre circle in walk. Okay, so we're working on our transitions, the effectiveness of our aids, and we are keeping our horses supple and asking the hind leg to step underneath through the transitions, which of course will engage the core.
I was wondering if you had any
advice for damage control should something actually, for your confidence, should something actually happen. I know it's not good to talk negative like something's going to happen, but say you actually do fall off, is there anything that you can recommend to do almost immediately to kind of stop some of those cycles that come in your mind straight away? Because obviously that can be a turning point, can't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Say something happens, say you do fall off. So everyone's in a safe place. You've fallen off in the paddock. It's enclosed. The horse has gone over there, might be grazing or something. We stand up when you're ready, or you're sitting down. Deep breath, and we're going to do a few deep breaths. Okay, make sure you're okay. Stand up, and I want you to do either your affirmation, I am a calm, confident and capable rider, or again, just go, this is okay. I've totally got this. Okay, so we go up to our horse. The horse allows us to catch them. Okay, I've totally got this. I've totally got this. First of all, we're going to bring it right back. We're going to lead the horse round. And then when it feels appropriate, I would say within a couple of minutes, we're going to go back to where you mount the mounting block and start to get back on and go through like a really nice, slow, gentle process, scratch on the wither. And all this time thinking, I'm doing great here. This is brilliant. I'm giving myself a pat on the back. I'm going to get on the horse in a minute. I'm going to get on JJ in a minute. And she's just going to be so calm. It's just going to be great. I can already see it here. It's already happening. Okay. And you can even just spend a minute there picturing how good it's going to be, like we did to start with, that visualization.
One of the things I did learn through Tack Up and Ride with me is to have a good support system around me. So here we'll see a ride where I go out and I've got my husband with me just to help me feel that little bit more confident out and about. Something to take one worry away from me. If anything went wrong, there's somebody there to assist me.
Today I'm going to go out for a very short hack using my support system, who's my husband, Peter.
Hello.
And he's going to make me feel a bit safer as we're going down the road. So he's going to walk alongside JJ and we'll see how we go. Right, JJ, Daddy's coming with us, so you be a good girl. So I'm out following Pete and you can see that already she's walking forward a little bit better than she normally would. Oh, I say, and then she starts stopping. And that gives me a little bit more confidence to be on her. And also, obviously, if I felt she was being a bit silly, Pete's here to help hold a rein or walk by me or go through. Whilst we're having a little walk along, and I'm feeling so brave, I should tell you that I've had a hypnotherapy session this week. Very kindly from Sophie from Tack Up and Ride with me, gave me a private hypnotherapy session, and that was quite interesting. So she puts you into a deep relaxed state. We did it over Zoom, and in this relaxed state basically walk through a nice garden, things like that, go to a stream, and there was a lot of visualization that was to help with me getting some blocks out my way, help me to be braver. And when I put a block in place myself, like when I'm saying, no, I can't do that because of this and I can't do that because of that, the wording was all quite specialized towards helping that. And I did feel a lot braver afterwards, and I definitely felt quite relaxed afterwards. I do feel it helped me. So, yeah, that's definitely something I'd recommend people trying. So I'd definitely say that was a very successful little mini hack with some support for me and JJ. And it was well worth doing. I'm very lucky that my husband would come out with me and that I have someone who's willing to help me in these situations when I'm not feeling very confident.
So after various sessions in the field and doing little things to make myself more confident, some more groundwork, and also going out with my husband, I eventually got myself back in a place where I was ready to go back out on my own again.
Could it be time for us to go on a solo ride? So I've just tacked up JJ. I'm intending on going out for my first little ride up just a little lane behind the house. And I've been doing a lot of groundwork lately, and sometimes it's when I do a lot of groundwork in a row without any riding that I can start feeling a bit more anxious for no reason at all about just going out and riding. So what I'm going to do, because I can feel like a little bit of anxiety in there, is I'm going to use some of the tools that I've been learning with Tack Up and Ride and me. And one of those is to give myself some affirmations. So I need to remind myself I'm a calm, confident and capable rider. So I need to stay calm. I'll be confident because I have a trust in JJ, and I know that I'm capable because I've done it before. So just remind myself that I'm a calm, confident, capable rider. I'm a calm, confident, capable rider. And what I'm also going to do, just to settle me down before I go to finish tacking her up, I haven't put a bridle on yet because she tends to break it on things, so it's the last thing I do. And also before we set off is I'll do some of the breathing techniques that we have learned whilst we've been in the group. So if I just do that now, some nice deep breaths, and I'm going to breathe in, hold it at the top like she showed us with a triangular breathing, and then breathe out again. So give me a second to do that. Comanche's joining me. And I can feel myself relaxing much more. And you can tell that even the horses were picking up off that as well, because of how Comanche blew out some tension then as well. So I'm ready to finish getting her dressed, and we'll go see how I feel about mounting up and getting on with the ride. So I'm sitting on JJ, and I'm really just outside the gate to the yard that she's kept at. Not gone any further than that yet. I can see and hear in the field in front of my house that my neighbour is actually out in his tractor doing stuff in the field. So obviously that brings up a tiny bit of anxiety as well. I'm just sitting here and I'm reminding myself that I'm giving myself permission to completely abandon this if I want to at any point, to come home at any point if I feel I need to, and also to get off at any point if I feel I need to. So I give myself those permissions so that helps me feel better about riding out as well. I'm not forcing myself into anything particular. So I just sit here for a minute and I'm waiting to feel just a little bit more neutral, let the anxiety die down just a little bit more. I already know she's good with tractors. You've seen her out on the road with tractors before, and she, you know, they go by her really very closely and she's absolutely fine. So the anxiety about a tractor being in her field is literally just my anxiety. So obviously I need to be careful that it doesn't go down the reins and make her become worried about things like that when I know that she isn't. So this is where my calm, confident and capable, I need to remember that I'm not the only one who is capable. She's very capable as well. Right, I feel a little bit better, so we're going to set off. JJ is usually a little bit nappy going off from the property because she has nice grass to eat here and I'm stopping her from eating it. I've got my air jacket on and I've got my hat on, obviously. I don't believe in riding without my hat. And that's all things to make me feel better, more confident and safe. She's listening out for the tractor as well. You can see that she is good with traffic and cars. So I have really no need to worry about that, and yet sometimes I do. I've got a few routes that I've been avoiding at the moment because I get a bit too worried about the traffic down there. Walk on, good girl. I'm not intending on going far. This is just a confidence ride tonight. I need to have more trust in my horse. My anxiety levels have definitely gone down a lot now. So we've been out, it's a fairly quiet ride, lovely evening, nice and dry. JJ's actually being a little bit less snappy than I thought she would be for not having been ridden for a few weeks now. And she coped very, very well with the tractor and hasn't been at all bothered by any cars going past. So all that put together fills me with confidence. I'm definitely, now we're striding out home and she's feeling calm and confident herself. That's also making me feel very calm and confident. So it's funny how heading home almost makes you feel like you could turn round and go a lot further back out again. but I know it's best to keep things short sometimes so that we can build on the confidence and extend it either by distance or by a different location slightly, or even a different task.
So slowly I was achieving those confidence milestones, riding out in the paddock around the track, riding in an open space, going out with some support, going out on my own, all those different things. So another thing that I wanted to achieve, and you're about to see me go out and do this, is to go out and ride with a friend in a different location. So let's have a look how that went.
Well, I know you've all been waiting for me to get a bit braver so that some of my videos got a little bit more interesting, maybe somewhere different. Well, that day has arrived. Yesterday, I went out for a hack with a local friend and her horse, and her husband and my husband joined us on the ground for some support as well. So this video is going to be about how that goes.
I mean, we can walk all of it if you like, that's fine. There is one little bit that he might try and
I don't mind
trotting.
trotting. Thank you for coming out with me, Linny.
No, anytime, that's absolutely fine. It's not really, normally I just go out, or Lester comes out with me on the bike sometimes.
Yeah.
But obviously then we're a bit, you know, we have to sort of stick to the roads a bit more, but...
Yeah. Pete's tried coming out with me a few times on a bike.
Get on. Get on. Go on.
Well done. Good girl.
Get on.
Do not jump. Good girl. Good girl. Well done. Good girl. There we go.
Good boy. Well done.
Woo, we made it.
Woo.
And it was nice into the day. So I always worry about them like launching.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit anxious about the drop on the left. Oh, JJ. Walk on.
Oh, she's a good girl.
I am scared. There we are, a bit wider. Good girl. Okay. Calm, confident, capable. And she is capable as
Good
well.
girl.
We can do this, JJ. Good girl. Good girl. She's doing very well on this terrain. And I'm feeling better now we have a mount. I was really scared of the drop.
Okay. Oh, we're going to go through this big puddle again.
Hopefully she'll just go in this time. To be fair, it's a little shallower this side than it is the other side. You're going in deeper quicker this the other side, I think. Good girl. Good girl. Gonna drink?
He's going to...
She's like, I'm gonna roll.
Yeah, no, it's got funny fungi in it, but it's not going to eat you. Go on, look. Look, Reggie's having a splash. Oh, is the water moving? Is JJ making the water move? Making you jump? What's he doing?
I am soaked.
Yeah.
I better make a move because she's gonna roll else. Come on. Come on. Good girl.
Yeah, I don't want you to sort of suddenly roll down and...
No, Mum
Bless
Pete
her.
getting his feet wet. I
She's
don't
so
mind.
sweet though, Meg.
Yeah,
You must be so pleased you've got her.
I am. I mean, it's a lot of the fear I have with the riding is my problem, not her.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you know what I mean. And usually if she does something, it's not terrible. Like,
No.
I mean, if she spooks, it's just one of those on the spot, shuffle your feet and
Yeah,
jump
yeah,
things.
yeah.
But it's just if I'm on a day where I'm having a bit of I'm a bit scared to ride, that really knocks me.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah. But I think, to be honest with you, I think we all have that a little bit, because my big girl that I used to ride, she hated cows. And she would snort and stamp. She never did anything, but she'd snort and stamp, and she hated it if we went past the field. And she never did anything wrong. She never took off.
JJ got moody face. Sorry, she's been a bit moody here.
Oh, is she? Okay.
Sorry. She's all got kind of like, you can hear me when it's her getting near you.
So as you can see from that even though you take a new step and a new challenge, it's not always easy. I still felt fear in that situation, even though I'd achieved the level of going out on a ride with a friend. But, you know, it's step by step, and doing these things more and more does make them easier. So after riding out with my friend, I managed to get a bit braver and go out some places that I wouldn't usually go. So I went down perhaps lanes I hadn't been down before, or maybe a busier road with more traffic. Let's see how one of those rides goes. I'm feeling very confident today about it, especially now we've set out, and I can see that she's coping very well and done very well with the traffic, and she's quite forward going. Nice to get out and about for a change. And also, if you'd see, a slightly different route than the safe lane. Good girl. Oh, look a bit more. And then we turn around. Sure, I should be much happier going back. Good girl, JJ. I feel, at least at the moment, we're at a level where we've got fairly equal trust between each other. We both still have some anxieties being out and about, but enough trust to try things. So another thing I wanted to do when I had another opportunity with some support from friends was to practice my canter. And I went on a group event play day, and it was in an indoor school, so a lovely safe environment, lots of people there that if anything went wrong with my canter, then they would be able to help me. So let's see how that went.
Does anyone want a canter?
I don't mind trying around the edge because we don't do canter.
Yeah.
And I could have my accident with everybody watching. Just you can all save me.
Right. Try not to let your upper body tip forward too much.
Okay.
But equally don't tip back. Hey. Gently. Right. Just go with it, Becky, if you can. Sit up and allow her forward with
Sorry,
your
we're
hands.
coming a bit in the middle. Well, I didn't dive. What did it look like? Terrible, really horrible.
It didn't look that brilliant. It wasn't too bad, the initial few strides.
Okay.
Good girl. I mean, I think it's difficult because you're obviously having to try and control the front end. Yeah. And then she's getting a bit bracy because of it. But if you don't do that, I've got the feeling she really is going to tank off.
Yeah.
And ask in the next corner at
Okay.
the bottom. Keep that trot. Use your outside rein. Yes. Right, there were 2 good strides there. Do that exercise again.
Okay.
Now, get down to the far corner. Just slow the trot a little bit as you approach the corner, then ask for the canter. And canter. Very good. Keep it going.
Well, it was better though. I
That
felt
was a million times
Yeah.
better. Did it feel better?
it felt a lot better.
Yeah.
I didn't feel the bum go up.
No.
No, but it felt smoother.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for helping with
That was good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it improved greatly in those
Yeah.
few bits.
So if we give her a bit of a break.
Yeah, she seemed to know. Well, I hope you've enjoyed my roundup of my confidence over last year. You can see that we've gone forwards and back a little bit and forwards a bit, but we've just kept digging away at it and going forward more. I've had a lot of help from the Tack Up and Ride With Me group, and I think I'm achieving some big steps, and I do feel quite steady in my confidence at the minute. You may have heard me mention several times throughout this video that quite often I achieve confidence and then it drops back and I end up going through cycles. Well, currently, touch lots of wood, it does feel quite stable at the moment, and I'm ready to get up, go out this year and see the world, go out with friends, go hacking, and just experience lots of things, lessons, things like that. So at the minute I feel really great with my confidence. It doesn't mean it'll never go down again, but for now I can just go out and enjoy the world with JJ. So I'll see you again next time. Have a great time. And if you're having confidence issues, then, get some help and support. I'll drop all the information for Tack Up and Ride With Me below in case that's suitable for you, and perhaps give them a contact and see if they can help. So I'll see you again next time. Bye.